Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about the last Columbus Bass Club event that was on October 28th, 2023. I'm going to kind of walk you through how we caught our fish. It was kind of a slow day. We only had 5 fish, but we had 6. Can't remember where the other one was caught, and I didn't get it on, couldn't find it on the video in there. It's somewhere in there. I don't know exactly what happened with it, but we caught 6 of them all together. Before I get started, if you guys would, if you're not a subscriber yet, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. It's a great way to help the channel. Comments also help on getting the content out there. If you got any questions, comment in there and I'll get back with you. Okay, so we fished, ended up drawing trout pit that morning. It was kind of, it was supposed to rain that day, and it was after a big rain had already came through. And it was sort of kind of like a cold front had came in, and then some high pressure had set in behind the cold front. So it was a little bit tough. It started off really slow, but we got them figured out there towards the end and ended up getting 3rd place. We did find our limit. We was only one of 2 teams to find our limit. We had 6 pounds, 4 ounces on the 5 fish limit. As most people that watch my videos know, in the strip pits out here, the slot limit can make it a pain, and then there's a lot of so we get to keep them under 13 inches or over 15 inches. If you guys are new to the channel and haven't watched the videos, that's how the rules go out there. And the way it works is we have a bunch of pits out there. I think this year there was 16 of them in the drawing, and 16 or 12 of them, I forget how many. I think there was 16 of them. Might have only been 12 in the drawing. Yeah, there was 16 of them in the drawing. And what they are is they range anywhere from about 15 acres to 50 acres. And we all go fish the same pit. We draw that morning, and then we go fish in the same pit. So there could be, one time this year, I think we had 26 teams out there on one pit. So it gets a little bit crowded, and that's where 5 fish limits are hard to come by. And that's why the limits can be small too, under 13 inches. I think there was, what was there, 2 tournaments this year that nobody weighed in a fish over the 15-inch mark. So they're not as easy to come by as it sounds. So the 5 fish limit weighed 6 pounds, 4 ounces. We ended up getting 3rd place. 1st place was 9 pounds, 13 ounces. 2nd place was 8 pounds, 2 ounces. Like I said, we was one of only 2 limits. So if we could have just got one more, that could have pushed us up there into 2nd place. Or we could have even had the win, and we got another decent one or even 2 more decent ones. We'd have been right up there around winning it. Just got things figured out just a little bit too late. So now getting into it here, you'll see a picture here. This is Trout Pit. Zooming into Trout Pit. Where it's at, Trout Pit is out there just north of Hallowell, north and west of Hallowell. You'll go up there. It's all paved road just past Claythorne Lodge until you get to the road to turn to Trout Pit back west, and then a half a mile of it there to Trout Pit is dirt road. Now, the first fish we'd caught that day, I caught it off. There's a big laydown back there, and I caught a good fish back in a Most Fish Counts event with Columbus Bass Club. I caught a decent fish out of there during that, off that laydown. And then there's actually a submerged tree I found out about with the front-facing sonar yesterday when I was in there. You'll see me talk about that. I think it's in the video. I say I'm hitting something out there, and I thought maybe that laydown came out further, but it's actually a whole tree out there in the water. So I caught the first fish off of it. That one was that was a perfect pit tournament keeper in the Columbus Bass Club. It was 12 and 15, 16, so it's perfect for under 13 inches anyway. So that's really what you want, is the ones right at 13 inches, just right under. They can't touch 13 inches. They touch 13 inches, they don't count. So it's got to be just right under, and that one was just barely under. So that one was actually helped us get the 3rd place. Without that fish, we would not have had the 3rd place. And then
well, higher than 3rd place and not catch more than 5 pounds something. I thought I had a bite out here up this tree earlier too. I don't know what I'd hit out here in the middle of the pit, but yep, I did. It hit that tree, runs way out there. So I hit it again. It runs way out there. Should be a fish on it. That's a fish, Kyler. That's a good one. Net. I think he's 15 inches. Don't jump, you son of a buck. In the slot. Piece of shit. Dang it. That's a good one. Oh, oh, oh. Whoa, don't get my hand.
Please.
Please don't get my hand. Oh, I think he's too long. I hope not, but we can keep our fingers crossed here, Kyler.
The second keeper here is the green. That was just a small, it was about 8 to 9 inches long. I think it only weighed 4 ounces or so. So it wasn't a whole lot, but you never know, especially fishing for the points like we was in this event. It was down between us and 2 teams. I think you'll hear me talking about that in a video as well. When I was editing all, I think it was talking about that before I caught the first keeper there, the one on the yellow. I was talking about that. And what it came down to, the team of the year, was this last event. We was leading it by 2 points. So we basically, if we finished third or above, we had a shot. If we finished second or above, we were definitely going to win it. We could not be beat. But if the second place team finished first, then we would have lost unless we got above the second place. So there was a couple scenarios in there, quite a few scenarios, how we could have won and how we could have lost. Needless to say, we ended up winning. So this was a very difficult event, especially every fish mattered in this event because I did not know what the other team had. So we just had to keep grinding it out. Now that first fish, it was about an hour or so into the event, an hour and a half in there. And then the second fish, it came about 2 hours into the event. And then the third fish was our first fish over 18 inches, which is in the orange up there on the north, and that's at East Cove that runs back east. I caught the 15-incher there, and that's why I got so excited when I caught it, because I knew we were getting closer, and I knew that if that fish at that time, I didn't really know that we'd already had it pretty much with the 9-inch keeper, or the first 13-incher, the 12 and 15 16s, the first keeper that I'd caught. I didn't know we'd actually won that event. Won the team of the year anyway with that fish. So every fish mattered. So I caught that 15 and a half. I was really excited. And that was about, I think we had about 2 hours left, maybe an hour and a half. I think we only had about an hour and a half left when I caught.
It only hurts for a little while. You'll be all right. Only thing I'd be scared of is actually losing. That would be the worst part.
You gave the little guys some favor.
Take one, Tyler. I think it's just a little one, but oh, it's keeper. That's the main thing.
Oh, you foul hooked him.
He's a giant. Hey, foul hook is legal as long as you didn't catch him off a bed.
Oh. Oh my God, that's a monster. I can smell that, whatever it is. However much money that is. From a mile away.
What the heck is all? Why is that in my foot? All the poles are screwing up. There's one, Tyler. That's a good one, Tyler. That's a good one. That's a good fish. I don't know how big it is, but it's a good fish. Yeah! Yeah, baby! Woo! I'm back in business. Get the blood flowing. There we go. Yeah! Give me some blood, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Caught that fish. And then the fourth fish was, I think we had 4 in the boat at that point, but I can't remember where the actual fourth one came from. But this was the fourth one in our picture here. It is in the red. Now, how I came back to it, was I remember there's a flat back there, and I like that flat. And in the fall out here in the pits, when there's any flats with the milfoil on them, I'm pretty sure it's milfoil grass. Any grass out there, they like to sit on those this last part of the year on that grass before it dies off. They like to sit on that grass, and there was that good grass flat back there. There's a lay down right there where the red is. There's a kind of a lay down right there, got a little bit of brush around it, and then out in front of it's a nice little flat towards the deeper water, and that point back there is really good too. I caught some yesterday as well on it, out just fishing trout pit, and that was on November 3rd. Today's November 4th. Now, that was a 3-pounder. You'll see in the video here, that's the 3-pounder.
Good bait. This time of year, they'll kind of sit on that last bit of grass if there's some left, and they sit on that. That's a fish, Kyler. That's a good fish. Just get your pole in, Kyler. Don't worry about that. That's a good one, Kyler. Come on, baby. Come on, come on, come on. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Woo, I'm gonna have a heart attack up here, Kyler. Come on. Woo, boy. I'm gonna go cardiac arrest up here. Don't jump. Don't jump. Come on. Oh gosh. Don't hit the line. Get him, Kyler, get him, get him. Yeah! Boom, baby! Yeah! Ain't no slot fish. Ah, you can go back fishing, Dylan. Pick up that jerk bait, Kyler. That other jerk bait. That's our best bet. Oh. Boom, baby! Yeah! There! All right.
And that was a big pivotal moment there. I really knew that fish there was pretty much secured us, the team of the year. And if we could have just found one more, we could have won the event. So we were running out of time. I think at that point we had 45 minutes left when I caught that fish. So it was really getting down towards the end. And then in the picture here was the next fish, which was in the blue. That's the blue dot there. That was just in the small pocket there. There's a couple laydowns right there. There's also a big, the flat just up to the north of it. I can't remember if it was off the laydowns there or off that flat right there. But I actually just caught a 17-incher off.
Oh, there's another Kyler. I don't know how big that one ain't that big. That's our keeper though. Another one out of here.
Off that flight yesterday as well. So the jerkbait pattern, that's what we caught them on. We caught all the fish on a jerkbait, and it was in a Mega Bass 110 Pro Blue, and that's the color that every one of those fish were caught on. And it was a little bit early for the jerkbait. Even yesterday when I was out, it was still a little bit early for that jerkbait. The jig bite was a lot better. That's what ended up winning the tournament, was a jig, and that's why I went out yesterday to play around with that jig and the jerkbait. And the jig bite was still good in there, and the jerkbait bite had kind of died. It hadn't really picked up any more than what it had been. It picked up a little bit more in there. I think I caught what was it, 7 altogether yesterday, 7 or 8 altogether yesterday. So the jerkbait bites picking up in there. And we was just the last place in the money again, so we also was the team that was in the money the most. There was only one event that we was not in the money. That was back in the tournament that we did not catch a fish in. So that was nice to finally, pretty much every event we fished except the one we didn't catch a fish. Every event we fished that we caught a fish in, we took a check. Now, just pay attention here in the upcoming days. Hopefully I can get it up tomorrow. Maybe next weekend I'll get how we won Team of the Year up. I'll walk you through the baits. I'll walk you through each pit and how we did each one of them and how we stayed in the points and won Team of the Year. That's where it comes into this last event. I knew they probably were going to bite a jig, but the jig, you don't get as many bites and you're kind of taking the risk. And I know they like the jerkbait this time of year, so I knew I could get some keepers and fill a limit if we could just catch them on the jerkbait, and that's what we got them on the jerkbait. We got the limit filled, so the points game really came in this last event. We were just searching for mainly keeper fish was the biggest point there to get Team of the Year secured. I really wanted another win this year. This is the first year that we did not get 2 wins. Last year we had 2 wins, which Kyler fished some with me. My son fished some with me. The team last year was me and my son, and then the year before I was by myself and my son in a couple tournaments. So this is the first season that I have not been more than one first-place victory. So it would have been nice if we could have pulled one more out, had the shot here to do it, just kind of pieced everything together a little too late. The jerkbait, really, I kind of threw it all day, but I just didn't find the right areas to throw it and didn't throw it enough. I should have either stuck with the jerkbait or stuck with the jig, but the jig, I think I just was throwing the wrong colors in there. Wasn't throwing anything deep enough in there. Trout pit's a little different. This was only my 3rd time in there fishing trout pit, so still was learning more about it. I learned some more about it in the MLF in there, or the Most Fish Counts event in Columbus Bass Club in there. That was only my 2nd time in there. And then this was my 3rd time in there, so learning a little more. And then I was in there yesterday, so I've been there 4 times now, and I really feel if there's another event in there that we can win it, or if I'm by myself or whoever I'm with, that we can win that event if I go in there again. So I'm ready to go back into trout pit and get it done, and I'm excited for another another season of Columbus Bass Club. 2024 season's right around the corner. Probably going to kick off in January or February, depending on what all the members vote on here at the banquet in December. And looking forward to going to the team championship here in December down in Florida. So I'm really excited about it. You guys keep tuned in. I'll get some coverage on that once I get it down there and get it up. I'll keep some updates going once we get down there on how practice is going. So just stay tuned in. I got a lot more videos coming up now with the slower season here. Going to do some more pit breakdowns and some more catches and just being out on the water and not really being on the water, but now it's slower, so I'm just going to be covering some more things. I got a lot more pits to break down. Got to do a breakdown of trout pit here. Now I know more about it, so just stay tuned to the channel, guys.